I'm calling the police on you right now. That was the welcome my wife got the day she moved in. My HOA Karen screamed it, phone already dialing 911, reporting what she called a suspicious military vehicle. A possible case of stolen valor, she claimed with satisfaction in her voice. Within the hour, 2 officers stood at our door. Our neighborhood's self-proclaimed dictator thought she'd humiliate the new residents. What she didn't realize was who she had just accused of fraud. I watched her smug expression melt into horror the moment my wife calmly reached into her wallet. What she pulled out would change everything. Forever. Let me take you back. After 2 years of long-distance marriage, my wife, Morgan, was finally coming home. I had the house perfect. Quiet neighborhood. Fresh flowers. A welcome home banner. Everything ready. It should have been the happiest day of my life. It wasn't. Because I didn't count on her. Victoria Palmer. 3 houses down. Pink bathrobe. Clipboard. And a mission to destroy our peace. The rumble of that olive-green military truck turning onto Pinewood Drive still echoes in my head. I was at the window, checking my watch every 30 seconds like a nervous teenager on prom night. I'd spent 3 days scrubbing every inch of the house. The floor shined, the dishes sparkled, and everything smelled like fresh linen and lemon polish. Then I saw her, Morgan, stepping down from that military-grade truck like she owned the street. Tall, confident, powerful. 8 years of military service will do that to you. She wrapped me in a hug that made the whole world quiet, but even then her eyes scanned the neighborhood. That awareness, that instinct, it never left her. Old habits, she always said with a smile. But even through her grin, I could see it in her posture. She felt something off. Then it happened. The storm slammed shut her front door. Victoria Palmer marched toward us like she was leading a battalion. Clipboard in one hand. Phone in the other. Her robe flapped like a war banner. She didn't stop to breathe. She was already snapping photos of the truck, of Morgan, of our porch, of me. Each click like a warning shot. Then she posted it. Right there. In the neighborhood group chat. Military invasion of our peaceful community. I tried to keep it civil. Ma'am, this is my wife, Morgan. She's just returned from, doesn't matter who she claims to be. Victoria snapped. No commercial or military vehicles parked more than 30 minutes. Section 3B. Morgan didn't say a word. Just observed. Calm. Focused. Silent. Like a sniper watching her target. Her silence rattled Victoria more than any words ever could. This neighborhood has standards. Victoria shrieked, voice rising as curtains peeked open around us. I've maintained property values for 12 years. I won't let a fake army wife destroy what I've built. That word fake lit a fuse in me. But Morgan? She barely blinked. Just tilted her head, studying Victoria like she was some curious wildlife specimen. Victoria wasn't done. She barked into the phone. Emergency violation. Military vehicle. Fraud suspected. She even quoted HOA stats like war medals. 6 problem families removed. 23 violations filed this year. I am the law. It was theater. A show. But Morgan, she wasn't watching a performance. She was gathering intel. And when Victoria shouted, "I'm calling the police tomorrow morning," and stormed off, Morgan simply smiled, pulled out her phone, and took a picture. Why? I asked. She looked at me, her voice calm and sharp. Evidence, sweetheart. Always collect evidence. At 6 sharp, Victoria kept her promise. I heard her pacing her porch, voice raised for the entire block. Military vehicle. Possible stolen valor might be dangerous to families. She made us sound like fugitives. But that wasn't enough. She called the fire department, the tax office, the HOA. She even went door to door, whispering about PTSD and hidden weapons. Then came the sirens. 2 police cars. Lights flashing. Quiet urgency. Neighbors poured out like it was a parade. Victoria took center stage. Officers. They've threatened our peaceful community. The woman claims she's military. No proof. The husband? Intimidated. Chief Martinez stepped forward, followed by Officer Thompson. Morgan and I stepped outside. "Ma'am," Martinez said, "we'll need to verify ID." My heart stopped. This was it. Victoria's moment. Morgan didn't blink. She reached into her back pocket, pulled out her wallet and held her military ID up into the sunlight. Colonel Morgan Swift, United States Army. Silence. Victoria froze. Second 1. Smile still on her face. Second 2, eyes on the ID. Second 3, smile cracks. Second 4, jaw drops. Second 5, she turns ghost white. The officers snap to attention. Colonel Swift, Martinez said. Our deepest apologies. A salute followed. Victoria, statue. Paralyzed. Should we file a report for false emergency call? Officer Thompson asked. Gasps erupted from the crowd. The same people who once nodded to Victoria now stared in disbelief. She called the cops on a colonel? Someone whispered. Victoria tried to argue, but her voice was shaky. Martinez cut her off. This is federal ID. I suggest you reconsider your actions. The neighborhood had witnessed the unmasking. Victoria Palmer, once a feared enforcer, had just lost her last ounce of power. But Morgan, she wasn't done. Not every battle ends with applause. Sometimes it ends in silence. Victoria Palmer wasn't just silenced. She was seen. Seen for the manipulator she was. Seen through the lens of truth, by a community that had finally opened its eyes. She built her power on whispers, rules, and fear. But it only took one calm voice, one card, one woman with real authority, to bring her empire crashing down. And in that collapse, the neighborhood found something it forgot it had: unity. The laughter of children, the sizzle of backyard grills, the comfort of a neighbor who waves instead of watches. Peace doesn't always come loudly. Sometimes it's the absence of fear. Sometimes it's knowing that someone is finally watching the watcher. And sometimes justice wears a uniform, or smiles behind a garden hose, or documents the truth with quiet consistency. Pinewood Drive didn't change overnight, but the moment Victoria lost control, it started healing. And in that healing, we all found something worth protecting, not property lines or policy codes, but each other. And that, in the end, was the real victory. If enjoyed the Today Story, then hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe HOA Stories YouTube channel. Thank you.